This video is going to cover the devil in the clouds to figure out IMU's connections, motives, and what we can expect when God's darkest secret is revealed. Before we get into the video, and I'm really excited to go and talk about IMU and what their powers could potentially be, what their connections are, and finding more about the IMU character, be sure to go and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do weekly One Piece discussions and theories as well as chapter live reactions. So if you don't want to miss out on any of my new content, be sure to go and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go and get into about discussing IMU. Without a doubt, one of the most mysterious details in One Piece is the existence of IMU, a being that sits above the 5 elders and is the current holder of the empty throne. We were first introduced to IMU in chapter 906, where the mysterious figure holding Luffy's wanted poster opened a freezing vault containing the iconic straw hat. Just 2 chapters later, in chapter 908, this figure is seen in a room of flowers, in possession of torn up wanted posters of Luffy and Blackbeard, with a picture of Shirahoshi with a knife plunged through it. While holding a picture of Vivi, IMU sits on the empty throne in front of the 5 elders who pledge their loyalty and ask for the name of the light that needs to be extinguished from history. These few chapters immediately pose the question of what exactly is IMU's connection and obsession with Luffy. A popular theory that has been discussed is that IMU is actually Luffy's mother. Now, before I go into it, I will say that this series seems really out there, especially since the topic of Luffy's mother has been tossed around for many years, ever since the start of One Piece. So, to say that IMU, this mysterious character that sits on top of the throne of the world government, seemingly controlling the entire world, is Luffy's mother, is a really out there thing to go and say, and I know you're thinking that too. But I do think there is some validity to this speculation, to this theory, and I'm going to go over the points for this theory right now. IMU looks to have more of an obsession with Luffy compared to other members of the world government or anyone else, except Hancock, of course. The posters of Blackbeard, Shirahoshi, and Vivi all tie with Luffy's journey through the Grand Line, and don't point to anyone else except Luffy specifically. Monkey D. Dragon is the most wanted man in the world, so having the most powerful man on the side of the revolutionaries and freedom versus the most powerful woman in the world on the side of the world government is a perfect conflict for Luffy to sit between. It is widely known that Luffy is a man destined for making massive shifts in the world. So having the knowledge of Luffy being the son of the most wanted man in the world and the biggest kept secret in the world government is an extremely dangerous combo. With all these points considered, this begs a massive question, and that is, what are IMU's motives exactly? If we continue with the belief that IMU is Luffy's mother, then she could be looking to bring Luffy into the side of the world government. And knowing that Luffy is the man who will possess the ability to reach Laugh Tale and unlock the secrets of the ancient weapons, she would want Luffy to use this power and knowledge for her purposes. This would explain why IMU hasn't been seen or acknowledged in the entirety of the series. And as Luffy is now reaching the end stages of his journey towards Laugh Tale, IMU is beginning to make moves with the 5 elders to bring Luffy into her possession. Now, I'm going to shift away from these points to another massive question that needs answered, and that's why IMU's existence is being hidden away from the world. It seems that Doflamingo knows the existence of IMU. In chapter 906, he mentioned that assassins may try to kill him to avoid revealing the existence of the world government's national treasure. It was later in the same chapter that IMU was first introduced, which leads us to believe that Doflamingo was referring to IMU as the national treasure of the world government. Another theory about IMU's abilities is that they are the source of the Gorosei's powers, and is a godlike figure in the One Piece world. This is a very fitting connection that God's land would in fact be ruled by a godlike figure. In contrast to this, it would also be fitting that this godlike figure ruling God's land is in fact a devil. that when a deal is made, she will grant a special ability. This whole theory about Im potentially giving the powers to the 5 elders could potentially answer the biggest question that we've had in regards to where the devil fruits come from. We've seen that Im has a flower field where she resides. Considering that out of the few scenes that has shown Im, having a flower field being shown is quite revealing. This could be the foreshadowing that Im is actually the one growing devil fruits and has handed them out amongst the 5 elders themselves in exchange for their loyalty. This also explains how Cypher Pole and other members of the world government are able to receive the devil fruits in secret meetings, as they have the direct source of the fruits themselves. I can definitely see that the fruits handed out by Im and the ones that the 5 elders possess are seen as God fruits, as they are the most prized and pure fruits in the world. The fruits that are referred to as devil fruits are the second-hand fruits that are left behind and traded in through the Grand Line. And these are the fruits that are associated with everybody else outside of God's land, the devils. This is an extremely valuable secret and something that the world government would absolutely not want exposed to the world. So now let's talk about how Im is indeed the final villain in the story and how Im is going to eventually clash with Luffy. Looking at Im as the final villain in the story, I don't believe that she is the ultra powerful final boss that Luffy is going to fight. The nature of Im and Luffy's conflict is to create a battle between freedom and control. Luffy's dreams and goals revolve around freedom and becoming the pirate king who is the most free pirate on the seas. Luffy's conflicts with every enemy has revolved around control of some kind. Lucci controlling Robin, Kaido controlling Wano, Doflamingo controlling Dressrosa, Arlong controlling Nami, the list goes on. Im is the natural conclusion to this battle with freedom. With Im at the top of the world government, she represents the control of the freedom of knowledge by erasing the world's history. Im producing the devil fruits and giving them out to the government gives her control of the powers in the world. For Luffy to succeed in bringing complete freedom to the world, he needs to bring down the world government infrastructure and uproot the devil fruit production completely. It is with Luffy's motivation of becoming Pirate King that will drive Dragon and the revolutionaries to bring down the oppressing and control of the world, which will ultimately defeat the final enemy, Im. It is just so crazy that out of all this time, we saw that the 5 elders were the head of the world government and those were the top powers in the One Piece world. But now there is Im, who is on top of the 5 elders and seemingly on top of the entire world. It is just crazy that there is a person like that in One Piece, and having them being so secret and so mysterious with having all these sorts of interests, obsession, connections with Luffy. It's crazy, and it really begs the question of who exactly is Im. Now, I do think there is some validity to having Im be Luffy's mother. The fact that Luffy's mother hasn't been addressed whatsoever means that there is some sort of knowledge or information regarding her that has not been disclosed. And whether that's being done by choice, whether it's being forcibly been repressed, if it's being erased in history, has yet to be revealed. But having that piece of information still looming over Luffy's character, and that now there is this character with such a huge interest to Luffy and what Luffy's whereabouts are, and the fact that Luffy has such a reputation with his father, with his lineage, and just having a huge rumbling across the entire Grand Line in the New World, means that there is something more to Luffy's character that has been led on, and having this person, Im, be Luffy's mother could be the massive earth-shattering news that it's just going to send the whole world on fire. And if you don't even think that Im is Luffy's mother, that's totally fine. The fact that Im's motivations could potentially be the source of growing devil fruits is amazing. I think that's really cool. And then you have people like Vegapunk who are mass producing these devil fruits with that knowledge. I mean, the 5 elders go and worship Im. They take orders from Im. So there is something to Im's character that oozes mystery, that oozes power, that the 5 elders on top of the world government look up to Im and worship Im. So to have Im be someone with that much power, and for me, person with that much power would be growing devil fruits. That's just my opinion. If that's the case, then that's absolutely insane. I'm so excited to go and see more about Im, and I do definitely go and see more being revealed very, very soon at the end of the current arc in Wano. More's gonna get revealed, and I'm so excited about it because someone with this much power, I just wanna know what they're about. I wanna know what their history was, why they're doing this, and how much power they have, because the 5 elders are taking orders from Im. Im could be the very person erasing history. That's insane. I really want to go and know your thoughts and your theories about Im in the comment section. Im is such an awesome, mysterious character. The big thing with One Piece that I love is the mystery, and having this character just oozes mystery. So I want to go and know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you enjoyed my video, again, be sure to go and like the video and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out and supports the channel, and you don't miss out on the latest theories and discussions just like this one. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.